Welcome to Neuro-Heretical Wargaming, where the stupidity is not a bug, but a feature. I will be your host tonight, Scott. Brendan, unfortunately, has to work because he doesn't love us enough. That's not true. We all know that he loves us. However, that leaves you in my arms as today we do something a little bit different. Today I am building terrain. As you guys know from a vote that we had, oh dear, when was that? I guess that was June at this point. July got away from us, but that was June. So, as you guys know from our last non-Horus Heresy Saturday side quest, Fallout, for those of you who had not watched it, it was a lot of fun. Go back and watch now, but you guys voted on Middle-earth Strategy Battle Game to be our next game. So, I have been working hard at getting everything ready for that game, which will be closer to the end of the month. Um, Sorry, I just got a weird error message. I don't know what that means. All right, well, I'll investigate it. If you guys see any issues, please let me know, and I will rectify it as quickly as I can figure out how to rectify it. Okay, but yes, so as you guys can see up here, we have been working on our miniatures for that. This game will be, I'm pretty sure, the Forces of Mordor versus the Fellowship. Oh gosh, now I'm dropping things. Versus the Fellowship of the Ring, which will be a 800 point game. But in order to have a proper game, we need a little bit more terrain, which is what I bring here. So for those of you who have not used these before, these are the Gondor building scenery kits provided by Games Workshop, Citadel Miniatures. These are really fun sets. So there is no single right way to build this. Sure, there is an instruction in here. Boop. I'm just opening this now, so we're going to be building this together. But to my point, there is an instruction set here with a right or default way to build these sets. However, the way that Games Workshop has put these together has made them very utility. So you can make this however the hell you want. And we're going to be going, I don't have a building like this yet, so I'm going to be building very similar to this structure. However, I don't know why there would be a intact building on these battlefields, so we're just going to add a little bit of destruction using this kit here. The Gondor Mansion provides a lot of, is mostly set up for intact structures, so it has a lot of intact pieces as well as these lovely arches. Sure, it has arches, stairs, and these lovely little banisters here, and the roof tiles. This is where you get your destruction. The Gondor Ruins. Boop. Put these off to the side. And these instructions, I don't care about. We're not going to follow that. I'm going to follow this a little bit just to get the general shape going. However, we're going to be building this tonight. So if you guys have any questions or whatnot, feel free to let me know. I'm always happy to answer them. But like I said, we'll try to build this, and then let's see what we have left over from here, and let's see if we can make something fun out of that. So let us get started. I hope you guys are all enjoying your week. I hope actually you guys got to see our new battle report that we dropped yesterday. Uh, our friend of the channel was up very late on Saturday night or Sunday night. Oh God, Sunday night, making sure everything was all right for you guys. So I hope you guys have been watching that and have been enjoying it. Let's up the brightness on this light just a little bit. Oh, there we go. Now we have the sun. But yes, I had a lot of fun making it. We had a lot of fun recording it, and hopefully it's indicative of things to come. So we'll be hopefully doing some more Necromunda in the future, but I'm not going to say too much yet, just so we can get the logistics for that figured out. All right. So what I think I'm going to do like I said, with the structure, what I'm generally planning is I want to take out a corner of this building, so probably like this corner. I don't have any destroyed doorways, I'm realizing. So I think the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this door to this corner here. And that would make sense, right? We have a front door here, and then if you wanted to get to the second story of your building, you would go up these stairs there. And then we're going to build the door, if you will. We're going to make a accidental door here. So, oh gosh, I also have stuff as backup in case this gets done. The Angel, which I have been meaning to finish for weeks now, but we'll get back to that. It's not on the list. Well, it's on the list, but it's fairly far down the list. All right. So I think the biggest thing I need to do is take this here and just swap those double windows for that guy. So these two walls are, this wall is going to be stay the same. I'm going to modify these two walls and put a door here. So let's do that. What are you? 1 Bravo. We're going to take A2. Where the hell? Oh, there we go. Man, apparently I'm either getting old or my eyes don't work as good as they used to. I was having trouble reading that A2 right there. But you know, we got through it. We got through it. We read it. Oop. Boom. And let's get that door piece. Alpha 1. I guess they should be the same. I don't know why I'm looking so diligently for these numbers here. Also helps if I hold the tweezers correctly, or the snippy snips correctly. Hi, Brendan. Welcome to chat. Just hanging out right now, working on my structure. Apparently you're not working too hard. Working hard or hardly working is all I'm saying. Am I right? Am I right or am I right, chat? Oh, don't hate me for that. I slightly hate myself for that, but it's fine. And because I like doing my due diligence, we're just going to scrape off some of these mold lines. This is a little bit of an older set, so the mold lines can be a little meh on it. I believe this came out with the second edition of Middle-earth Strategy Battle Game, which for those of you who have not played it before, it's a really fun system. I am excited to show you guys it at the end of the month. Just a matter of getting everything ready for it. I think all we need now, as far as minis are concerned, are I need to finish painting Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and we need Bill the Pony. So, honestly enough, or oddly enough, not oddly enough, the well, with how list building works in the latest edition, um, how list building works in the latest edition is they go for more of a uh, historical, I don't really, I guess lore appropriate armies. So one of the factions you can build is the Fellowship. So your army would be the Fellowship. However, if you brought like the Defenders of Minas Tirith, you couldn't bring Frodo because Frodo wasn't at Minas Tirith. For those of you who are not aware. Um, but yes, so now they go for a more themed list. So the Mordor faction that I'm bringing will be similar to what was fought at the Battle of Pelennor Fields. For those of you who are not as deep down these rabbit holes of obsession with these IPs, that is the battle outside of Minas Tirith. So this is kind of that army there. It'll be led by the Witch King on Fell Beast, which is a dope model. I don't know if you guys saw it yet, but I put it in the Discord, which for those of you who are not aware, there is a community Discord, which I'm assuming everybody here is part of, but if you're not, you should join it. It's fun. It's in the description. We're just hanging out. We're sharing memes. We're We're just having fun. We're just having fun. Oh, hi, Tarius. Thank you for joining us. But yes, so the evil faction, because the game is very much balanced to be good versus evil, just as Tolkien intended. But that'll be that versus the Fellowship. The Fellowship is 800 points. Well, okay, the Fellowship without Bill the Pony. Bill the Pony is one of the true heroes of Lord of the Rings, for those of you not in the know. But it is the Fellowship with Bill the Pony is exactly 800 points, or it's like 799 points or some nonsense. So we're kind of using that as the baseline on how to balance these things. So one of the neat things about the game, though, is that the Fellowship faction has what 10 guys? We got yeah. With Bill the Pony, it will have 10 models. The Mordor faction is going to have, I want to say, about 50. And how they balance these things is very interesting. That makes it a very interesting system. Where, oh god, there's a lot of glue. Okay, well, we're trying to go for like a Bob Ross feel here, but slightly less put together, I guess is the right way to say it. Um, am I doing this right? Yeah, close enough to right? That's all that I ask for. Oh gosh. Oop, oop. Okay. But yes, so how they balance it is very interesting. Um, so even if you have, I don't know, some ridiculous amount, I think it's like 60 orcs or some nonsense, I forget. Um, and then Easterlings because they're really cool, and for something that has maybe like what is it, 7 seconds of screen time, they go way harder than they should. Okay, but however, but yes, the rules are set up in a way where that is still a balanced fight. The Fellowship will be a lot more technically heavy because they have to use things like spells and heroic actions and stuff, but it's a very interesting system. Also, more importantly, they have siege rules. Siege rules are cool. We're always here for siege rules. That is a happy wall. Indeed, it is. Behold my little happy wall. Okay, well we have one wall done. Don't worry. It's only gonna go uphill from here, everybody. And let's make this a little blank wall action. What the hell? What did, oh, found you. Roof, we'll get to that. Little blank. Don't worry, the unhappy walls will be coming. Just you wait once I get to that part of building this structure here. But I will say I have a soft spot in my heart for building terrain, right? Terrain is just a nice little thing where you can really break up the monotony. And honestly, uh, you can just kind of, not that we encourage excessive drinking here at Neuro-Heretical Wargaming, not that we discourage it either, but we're not going to encourage it technically. You could make terrain just piss drunk, and it's probably going to be fine, right? It's very low stress. It's just a nice little palate cleanser kind of thing. Also, it's just like so different from these minis that it's just something to break up the monotony, especially when you have to build 30 orcs or 120 something crews, which like okay, yes, I am well aware I did that to myself. That's my own dang fault. However, I still love my little crew boys, but it does get a little monotonous to make them so many times over and 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 over again. But that's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. It could be a Depresso Fortresso that I see. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. All right, I'll give you that one, Brendan. I guess you're allowed to be clever. Oh, I could add a little blood for the blood gods for the wall, though. I know you're just No, you're just saying blood for the blood gods. However, comma. I do have some blood for the blood god technical. That could be fun. Just like put a splatter. I might have a spare dude that can just like post up against the side. See, this is what I'm talking about though. You can just like kind of do whatever. There's not really a wrong answer. And I know I'm constantly trying to encourage us as a channel to be building more terrain because it's always nice to have some more terrain. Helps break up the monotony of the boards a bit. We do have a terrain, like a in-studio terrain building day coming up this weekend. So hopefully on a stream near you. Oh, that's weird. I don't know if I can turn that off. Why are you doing that? Are you confused? Eh, yeah. What the hell? Are you done? Are you done freaking out? I'm watching you. Webcam. That was weird. All right, thanks for pointing that out, Brendan. I was locked in. I was locked in. Boop-a-doo-boo. Boop-doo. Whoop-a- Oh gosh. Boop-doo. Ha, see? Second happy. Oh, it's doing it again. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to the Logitech Control Hub, everybody. This stream is not brought to you by Logitech. And, like I say, we are open to it. However, comma, I don't think they would be. Oh God, stop. Stop the world. I want to get off. Okay. Did it, what the? This is a new and exciting. Hmm. Oh, that's so weird. Hmm. Are you are you done? If I put my hand here, you're gonna have an epileptic seizure. Okay, I think I fixed it. I guess it just took a while for it to go to the thingy. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine here, Chad. Nothing ever goes wrong. Now things go wrong. That's why you're here, right? It's part of the charm of us is you're kind of it's kind of like watching a train wreck, right? You're kind of just watching us figure things out live, for better or worse. It's it's fine. Okay, back to I, Brendan. That is, that's a lie. I don't mind doing longer streams, right? It's more of the fact that we just have to go through my entire house because we're going to be doing some construction, right? So a couple things we have to build is Jeff finally got his Trench Crusade terrain. And I'm like, ooh, I'm really excited about that because I picked up this big ol' 8x4 sheet of who's he what's it? It's 8x4 street. Wow, words. 8x4 sheet of the pink foam, like the pink insulation foam. It's like the duct tape of terrain making, boys and girls. We don't judge here. Everybody's welcome. If somebody doesn't feel welcome, that's when we start swinging hands because I want everybody to feel welcome. But yes, so got some of that pink foam to use for the terrain. All right, let's see. I think. Which do we want to use? I think I'll have like a little corner piece come together here. So it'll be boo boo do. And then we'll still have oh dear, most of this wall here, most of this corner wall here, but then just start to recede. So I think we're going to go with this guy. This guy, I feel good about this guy. Well, actually, let me see if it has a friend. Do you have a friend, bud? You have a friend? Do you want to talk about friendship there? Okay, yeah, we'll do. These two. These two is the winner winner chicken dinner. Is that a pop? Why is there a popcorn kernel in my sprue? Where did that even come? Okay. I'm just gonna, don't worry about that. It's fine. Okay. So, actually, am I happy with that? Yeah, we're happy enough with that. Yeah, helps if I hold the thingy thing right. But yes, so doing some heavy construction. I'm also going to use my new jigsaw to be cutting out some MDA terrain, or sorry, MDA boards for our MDF. I'm sorry, MDF boards for our bases for the terrain pieces. And let's see what else. I feel like there's something. Oh, I've also had to do. I had to finger paint with frickin' spackle because apparently that's a good way to base terrain. Oh, you know, Brendan, I have a. When somebody told me talk soft. Oh God, talk softly and carry a big stick. I listened. That man, Teddy Roosevelt? Was that Teddy? I forget that was Teddy or no, that was definitely Teddy. Eh. Okay, good enough. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Yeah. Yeah. All right. See, you guys see the vision coming together here? I hope you do. Because I possibly don't. I don't know. We're figuring it out. It's fine. Actually, I'm rethinking the vision right now. Because there's these little pieces here. Okay, we've rethought the vision, everybody. Rethought the vision. I'll save those for later. Nuts. Okay, we're going to. I'll use that guy. And yeah, don't worry, my indecision knows no bounds. Oop, oop. Well, I'm glad we haven't played Total War Warhammer in a hot minute just because I'm very good at filling my schedule. Oh, to hell with you. I'm very good at filling my schedule, so I apologize. I know you and Pauline have been continuing uh your campaign, or I guess at this point starting a new campaign without me. Oop. And I'd like to play it again. I need to get better at opening up my time, right? Want to spend time doing the things that I like and not just dedicate all my time to the channel. As much as I like spending time on the channel, it's not everything, right? All right, let's use this guy. Boop. But yes, so there will be a lot of moving around, and yeah, I actually don't even know who's all coming to that. I'm assuming I know who's coming to that, but I will be bullying my fellow co-hosts in the near future, and by the near future, I mean like tomorrow. There we go. Oh yeah, because it has the arches on the outside, don't it? Down it. Yeah, it do. Okay. No, that's fine. I'm overthinking it. We're overthinking it, Chad. But yes, so I hope you guys' Total War campaign has been going well. I have been I have been wanting to get back into it. We already finished the last one you were on Discord for. Yeah, I also feel like Corn is. I feel like the learning curve for playing Corn is probably less, right? Because I mean, you got to collect skulls for the Skull Throne and blood for the Blood God. You don't have to like politics. Your politics is skulls and bones and blood. So you don't really have to do it. You don't really have to do a nuance thing, right? You don't have to balance an alliance like the politics you have in the Kingdom of Man. The wow, I don't even remember whatever the human empire is. Is it just called the human empire? That's gonna sound silly if it is. Um, so you don't have to balance the politics as much, so you can just kind of focus on the part that we care about, which is violence. Doot, 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 doot. Oh, and now we're throwing things. And now we're throwing more things. Okay, it's fine. Do, do, do. Look at that, beautiful. We have what they call in the business another wall. Oh God, now it's stuck to my hand. Empire of Man. Okay, well, see, this is why we have Age of Sigmar, is because the old world had all these non-copyrightable names. And I know, Brendan, you and Jonathan fight about this a lot. I don't know. I still like Age of Sigmar. Well, I haven't played it, so I don't really know how much I can say I can like it. But I don't know, I think it's neat. I just think that they need to flesh out the lore a bit more, which they're always doing, right? That's kind of the thing when you literally blow up your world, is you kind of need to rewrite a lot of the lore. Those were dark days for Games Workshop, though, so. But, we're better now. The current CEO, I don't even know who the current CEO is, but they're doing a lot better job than that one from the dark days. Because that one almost drove the company under. Because, lo and behold, being mean to your fan base, not a good way to keep fan base. Oh, God. Boop and boop. Currently it's actually fairly easy. Yep, yes. Oh, that's pretty. That is a neat mechanic. So when you merc an army or level a city, it's like, all right, look at all these skulls here. Look at this. This is the fine addition to my collection. And you can add those skulls to your collection and raise a whole army for it. All I had, because I kept playing Skaven because I thought it was funny. All I had was I don't even know what I had. I had chaos, not actual chaos, but like it was a bunch of little rat boys with guns, coked out rats, trying their best with nothing but their wits, their crack, and also a 120 millimeter howitzer that they somehow obtain by snorting crack, as one does when you're a little rat boy, right? All right, time to put these walls together. Once you do that, where's the corner pieces? I did see a funny video where some guy was trying to beat the Total War campaign using nothing but rattling gunners. So just like the Gatling guns, the rattling Gatlings, if you will. It was real good. It was real good. He's definitely a lot better at Total War than I am because, well, that's also not a big achievement because my skill at Total War is minimal. I'd say it's minimal at best, right? Oh God, that was loud. I guess not really loud. Not from this pseudo ASMR perspective that I'm presenting to you guys right now. Really, what we need is some lo-fi beats, but I ran into technical issues with OBS, Open Broadcast Software, before streaming, so I ran out of time. So, whoopsie doopsie. The next time, chat. Next time Brendan leaves me to my own devices, it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be jams. I'll be talking softly like this. I'm only waiting for the cat to come and ruin everything, as cats do. I do love her, but Jesus, Jiminy Christmas. Eh. Chat, can you hear me? That was weird. My mic just turned itself off. Uh, huh. All right. Don't know what that was about. Oh, I guess it's because it thinks it's. So my mic has a auto shut off, and I think it assumes that I'm not using it. Oh God. It probably assumes that I'm not using it because there's no music playing or audio, which is some weird way to think. Headphone company whose brand I cannot remember, so definitely not getting that sponsorship. Oh, jeez. Man, I'm so bad for the brand. Boop, 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 and boop. Arteris, are you still playing? Wow, not playing. You still working night shifts? Are both of you guys joining from your designated work environment? Is that what's going on right now? You guys playing hooky? Hooky with the nookie? Because one thing I want to think about is Limp Bizkit in this year of our Lord 2025. Because nothing makes me happy like the fact that Limp Bizkit exists. I'm not a fan of Limp Bizkit. Sorry, everybody. But also, I probably am not the person to go to for music recommendations because all my music recommendations are, I'm not going to say weird, but I'll say niche. Stay. Boop, doop. Oh, uh-oh. Glued to the table, chat. Oh, oh, nuts. Okay, there we go. That guy wants to go do its own thing. Why are you doing that? It's fine-ish. That's probably good enough. Oh, God, it's still gluing itself to the table. Oh, and we brought a little table with it. Oh dear, now it brought some of my fingy with it. This is fine. Okay, so we have the start of our structure here. So like I said, we have a little bit of destruction here, which will also provide another ingress point. Oh, why is that? Hmm. But yes, it provides another ingress point for our intrepid heroes or our dastardly villains. Balls. It's fine. It's fine. It wasn't gluing. It wasn't setting straight. So we're just gonna fix that real quick. Okay, you straight now? As straight as facsimile as we can get. You know what I need? I need a jig. I like some specialized tooling. Okay, but yes, so we have another ingress point here. So this will carry up to the roof of the structure, and we'll have a little destruction there, and it will carry on to the second floor. But that is the main building, a little cozy home and whatnot, right? We can put there you go, there's a little Gandalf action there. Okay, I don't care. Boop. No, I like my mic, Brendan. It's just the fact that it has auto shut off. So I think I just need to put some kind of background noise for myself so it knows that it's still actively in use. Because this happened before too. Okay, great. Okay, that should keep it from shutting itself down because that was annoying. All right, it's fine, everybody. Oh God, excuse me. I just had dinner. All right, we're gonna do a little archway action, right? So I am from Pennsylvania. I think I mentioned this before, which is, for those of you who don't know your state facts, the Keystone State, because it was in the middle of the original 13 colonies. Yeah, I bet you didn't expect to learn that on a hobby stream. So we're going to do a little keystone action here in honor of my home state. I actually don't need you yet. Go away. We need you, though. All right, let's make some arches. Go away. Tooling. Boop. Hey, Wanting Fire. So today we are working on terrain for Middle-earth strategy battle game. I think you joined since we last did this, but we do side quest Saturdays. Brendan, shut up with your facts. There was there was 6 states above and 6 states below. At least that's by Pennsylvania's logic. Don't worry about it. But yes, so we do a little segment called Side Quest Saturdays where once a month we try out games that we don't normally get to play. So the people voted for Middle-earth Strategy Battle Game, which we will be streaming tentatively on the 23rd. Yeah, 23rd I want to say, because I think I'm going to be at Dragon Con the weekend after. Oh dear God, that's already Dragon Con. I got to work on my cosplay. Um, but yes, so we'll be streaming Middle-earth Strategy Battle Game tentatively the 23rd. So I'm just making some terrain for that. Um, It's a very neat terrain system here. Because it just kind of is like Legos, right? You can just kind of build it however you please. So we're building as we please, and then we're going to use whatever pieces are left and build more as we please. I'm going to try to do a little cleanup here. It's a weird angle though. Oop, oop, and boop, boop. I did not steal anything. I stole nothing. You cannot prove it in the court of law. At most, I borrowed without permission. That's legally distinct, as far as the court of law is concerned. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not the true crime person. That's the girlfriend. Though I'm learning more about it. Though I guess most of the time it's murders instead of like grand theft, grand theft stream. But yeah, it's a neat system. It'll likely be Jonathan and myself duking it out as the forces of Mordor versus Fellowship. Though there has been a new edition that came out in February. That sounds about right. I don't know. What month? It's August, isn't it? Wow, it's August. That's weird. But new edition came out in February. I have not had a chance to try the new edition yet myself. So it looks like Johnny Boy and I need to do some practice games so we know what the hell's going on, so it doesn't become a accidental 5-hour stream due to us having to parse through rules. Oh, that's neat. So I don't know if you can see. There's a little oh you can't man focus. Okay, you can't see it, but on the keystone is a little tree of Gondor. That's neat. I'd not noticed that yet. All right. Yeah. Like I said, these are really neat kits. All right, need more flat boys. Just flat boys from Flatland. Boop, boop. Yeah, I hope you guys' week has been good. Um, Solid Tuesday, so we now have a day of for those of you working Monday through Friday, we have a day under our belts. So hopefully you guys kind of get a feel for how this week's gonna go. I personally been on a little vacay myself. My family came to visit over the weekend, which was always nice to see. I do appreciate them. They did also help me do a lot of housework, which is nice because the house is an older house. I am sorry, everybody, but that housework does not include blowing down a wall. However, we're blowing down a wall right here, so that's like the same thing, right? I think so. I think so from a legal perspective. But yes, there is a couple Star Wars games. Is there right now? I guess okay. So I guess there's two main Star Wars tabletop games right now. One is Star Wars Legion, which is more to the scale of Warhammer, where it is armies of people duking it out. I have well, okay, they released a new edition with a bunch of updated rules, so I don't actually know if I have a full army anymore. But I have an army of separatists, clankers, if you will, if we're going to be using the current terminology for AI. But I have an army of separatists. Should be a full army. I don't know, it's close enough to a full army, I think. That game is pretty fun, though I have not played the new edition yet. So I think we might put that up to vote for the next side quest Saturday. We'll see though. We'll see how people are feeling. The other one is Shatterpoint. So a little history, the gaming industry, because apparently that's what you guys are here for. A little history of the gaming industry is originally the Star Wars tabletop games were owned by Fantasy Flight Games. So they made Star Wars Armada, which was our first Saturday. No, actually, no, that was on a Sunday, wasn't it? But we played that on May the 4th. That is a personal favorite of mine. I used to travel around and compete for that. Um, so Star Wars Armada, which is a game of like capital ships duking it out. Star Wars X-Wing, which is more of like dogfighting, so like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter instead of uh, ISDs versus MC-30s. Um, And then there was Star Wars Legion, which was the last game they created. There was another game in there too, but that wasn't really a tabletop game like this. It was kind of its own unique thing. But yes, so Legion was that army-based game. Then, shortly after the release of that, Fantasy Flight Games was acquired by Asmodee. Asmodee is a big conglomerate that is slowly buying out all the other like smaller tabletop game studios because the other studio they bought was Atomic Mass Games, who are most known for their uh, superhero game Marvel Crisis Protocol, which is a very interesting system. Makes the way they have it set up, all your heroes feel very heroic. All the action feels very much like that comic book action. It's a really neat system, right? Okay, so Asmodee now has these two companies, Fantasy Flight Games and Atomic Mass Games. Asmodee took the properties that Fantasy Flight Games had, so all the Star Wars properties, and gave that to Atomic Mass, so that Fantasy Flight can focus more on like RPGs and stuff like that. And other things are known for like Twilight Imperium, another fun game, but more of a board game. The issue is when that move happened, A, they did not bring along most of the design team. I know this because I knew most of the design team. I was a play tester for Star Wars Armada. But yeah, they didn't bring over most of the design team, and also their in-house design team was more about uh, Marvel Crisis Protocol. That was the scale of game that they knew how to make, which is fine. It's a fantastic game, like I said, but it doesn't really translate well to big combat, so I don't think they really knew what to do with. Oh, that's not right. Is that? No, that's not right. Oh no. Oh no. Oh geez. Okay, but I don't think they really knew what to do with Star Wars Armada and Star Wars X-Wing, and eventually those kind of just died, just slow, painful deaths, which is unfortunate because I'm a big fan of them. It still has a very active online community. However, what they did do with their knowledge and expertise is they created Star Wars Shatterpoint, which is very similar to the Crisis Protocol system. So it's the battle of heroes against each other. So you can have these duels of like Darth Vader versus General Grievous with some mooks backing them up, but it's definitely about like the Darth Vader versus Grievous. The mooks are just there as mooks. And I've heard it's a lot of fun. I have not played it myself though. But the minis are gorgeous for that, I will say. Very, very well stylized. Yeah, I love their art style, if nothing else. I haven't played it, but I can definitely attest that their design team, their artists for their miniatures, are immaculate with everything they do. So probably worth checking out. I don't have it though, so I think Jonathan does. That sounds rightish. Sounds about as right as most of the things that I say. So, I don't know. Probably worth checking out one day, but I know Falleen, friend of the channel, Falleen has it. Eh. There we go. Okay. Just making sure that was the right piece. Oh god, and now it's stuck in my hand again. Oh, there we go. Um, but yeah, no, it's a fun game. Probably worth checking out. Um, but yeah, it's a very big time for tabletop games now, especially with Warhammer itself breaking out into more mainstream media. So I would imagine a lot more IPs are going to try to get in on the tabletop gaming. So like we see with Halo. Halo has a tabletop game now. I've heard it's I've heard it's now fun. Originally, it looked like it was just based on Halo multiplayer instead of like actual the Halo story, which is what I'm more passionate about myself. But they added ODSTs, so I think that is a sign that they're trying to move more towards about like the Halo story. Um, apparently, oh, what's it called? StarCraft. StarCraft is apparently getting its own tabletop game. I have never been super. I think the only time I ever played StarCraft is on my last day of high school, where my physics teacher was a big StarCraft nerd. So we had like a LAN party tournament on the last day of high school. So that is both my fondest and I think only memory of StarCraft, admittedly. But they're making a tabletop game. Hell, Gundam has a tabletop game coming out. And I don't know if you're excited about that, Brendan. I know you're a big Gundam fan. I know Chris is excited about it. The minis are also gorgeous for that, but that's still a year or two out. Um, I mean, it'd be similar. I don't know how much it would differ from Warhammer, Brendan, because I know there's a lot of like rumors and hearsay that StarCraft it was originally supposed to be a 40K game, and then 40K or Games Workshop backed out of it last second. I've also I've heard other people that have a little bit more visibility on the industry say that that's a common misnomer, but definitely everybody in the studio did play Warhammer, so the influences are very apparent on it. Um, but yeah, whether or not that's going to be good, I have no idea. I think they previewed it a bit at Gen Con over the weekend because Gen Con was last weekend, which I haven't been to in a minute. Gen Con is fun for those of you who like conventions and tabletop games. That was more of a board game convention, really, but it was still a lot of fun. I like to go to it again, but this year we're doing Dragon Con. Um, yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be just Universal Century for the StarCraft game. I'm sorry, not StarCraft. Wow, Gundam game. That was very offensive in nerd culture. I'm sorry, everybody. But yeah, I think the Gundam game, as of right now, I've only seen minis for like the original Universal Century. So I've seen a Zaku, like an old style Zaku, a Zaku 2, I guess technically, because the Zaku ones are scrawnier, but a Zaku 2 and just like the original Gundam. I'm assuming that if it works out well, they'll probably be expanding their horizons. Because if there's one thing Bandai knows how to do, it's make money. Yeah, Warcraft. It was either Warcraft or StarCraft. I guess Warcraft technically came first. Um, I'm assuming. Yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, from what I heard, there's rumors that, it was supposed to be a game for Games Workshop, and then Games Workshop backed out for whatever reason, but I've also heard from people in the know that it was more of a, uh, the influences were there. They were, oh gosh, they were heavily inspired by it because they're all very passionate about it. Like, Star Wars is not an adaptation of Dune. It isn't an adaptation of all the other things, but oh boy, there are influences in there. Oop. Oh gosh. It is a Zaku, but what you're getting at is it's not a goof though, because I need myself a goof. I am a proud member of the goof troop. I used to play with Pauline. Um, what was it called? Gundam Battle Command, I think it was what it was called. But it was a little gotcha game, third-person shooter where you get in your appropriate mobile suit and you duke it out. I made it my life's goal to get every variant and master the goof. Why? Do I need a reason why? Do I ever need a reason why? No, I don't, chat. Because you don't need to justify yourself to anybody. The only person you ever have to justify yourself to is yourself. And if you are okay with your action. I guess also the law too, right? Like don't be using that as justification to go start murking people. So this is not a this is not giving you a green light to say, hey, Scott from Neuro-Heretical Wargaming says I could kill a dude, and as long as I was okay with it, it was fine. No, I'm talking more of like a morally speaking, right? Like if there's something that you like, just like it. There's nothing wrong with just liking it, as long as it's all legal. But there's nothing illegal about goofs, I can tell you that. All right. But yes, so I was big into the goof. I have a goof somewhere, like the Bandai kits, but when I moved into the house, I think it might have gotten lost somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know. I'll find it eventually, I'm sure. What state of repair it'll be in, who knows, but I'll find it. Don't you worry. Maybe we'll put it in the studio on our new shelves. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Let's stop sticking to me. Who told you you can stick to me in my presence? Sticking to me like caramel over here. How many more archers do I have? I got two. That's enough. Nuts. But yeah, I don't know if they've actually previewed the rule set yet for the Gundam game, or if they've just previewed the minis. That was not a Gen Con, that might have been Gen Con last year. No, it was some other expo, some like industry expo. But yeah, I don't know if they've actually previewed the rules yet, but they have previewed the minis, and the minis are immaculate. So I also don't know if they're posable or not. I would hope so, especially with like, you know, Gundam's reputation with the model kits to be so customizable and posable. I would hope that that the models would be also posable, but I guess we'll see. Because I think it is actually like Bandai proper that is making the sets, which I think people would be disappointed if it was anything but that. All right. Snippy snips, snippity snips. Yes, you do need to build that EZ8, Brendan. I got that just for myself, and then I gave it just to you. So be appreciative. Appreciative. Oop. Oh yeah, no, all the minis look gorgeous. Like I said, yeah, I'm not sure if they've talked about the rules at all. I'm assuming with the scale of the min, because you can usually kind of like tell what a game will be like from the miniatures. So from the scale of the Gundam miniatures, and just because like the source material, right? I'm going to assume that it's going to be more of a like a skirmish style game where you just have like a handful of models to either side. Um, I feel like it'd be weird to have like a mass combat Gundam game. Though I guess maybe for like like an epic style game, so you have a bunch of like troop formations and stuff. You can have just balls, lots of balls, just armies and armies of balls. Go for the meme build and just build nothing but balls, and that is your entire faction, backed up by the tanks. I forget what the tanks are called. They're cool, but I think they always end up being useless. I don't know what they're called though. But that does remind me though, is I think one of the other guys that we're going to put as an option for the vote for the next Saturday side quest is going to be uh wow, what is it called? Legion Imperialis. Wow, I completely blanked on that. I gotta drink more soda pop. But yes, so one of the other ones that we're gonna put on a vote is gonna be Legion Imperialis. That is the epic scale Horus Heresy era game. That one seems like a lot of fun. Sean keeps offering to teach me, and then you know how I said, chat, earlier that I'm really good at filling my schedule? Yeah, I filled my schedule again. One day I'll get to play it. It seems like fun. It's just the scale of the conflict is kind of fun because it's just hundreds of dudes, but they're all tiny, right? They're all little guys. So like a base like this size would have like a whole squad of people on it instead of just a dude. So it's neat. It looks neat. Um, and apparently it's getting a bit of a rules overhaul in the near future, probably to coincide with the new Horus Heresy edition, if I had to speculate wildly. Boo. All right. Do, yeah, do, 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 yeah, do, 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 boo, ba, do, ba, do, ba, ba, do, ba, do, ba, ba, do, ba, do. Oop. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's the structure right there. And now it's starting to come together. Right. Yeah. I would go here. Sound effects brought to you by Scott. And don't forget, if you guys want more of these sound effects, please be sure to join us and like and subscribe for more content like this, where I'll be a little bit. As for those of you who are returning members, you should know that I am a bit louder IRL. Um, but don't worry, the sound effects still remain the same. There will still be sound effects. It's just the volume of them would differ. I already clipped out that piece. Jeez Louise. Holy smokes. Oh no. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, I was supposed to put that corner piece there. Nuts. Alright, well, don't worry. We can fix it, chat. I hope. There we go. We fixed it, chat. See, this is why you read twice. Measure twice, cut thrice, I guess. Because I'm going to mess things up. Oh, that means this is also nuts. Eh. The funny part is I already broke this connection. Like, I already broke it once when I realized it wasn't straight. So we're doing it again, chat. No, come on. God, any muggins. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so sorry. What I'm getting at here is that because of how they have these set up with these little hex patterns, these all kind of just slot in together with each other, and then you can put either corner or flat plates to seal the connection or to cover the unused part of the connection. I forgot to do this here. I just covered the entire connection. So let's see if we see a man cut his hand wide open on live TV. TV? Internet? I don't know what to count as. I don't. What are we? What am I? Don't worry, chat. I got tools. Come on. Without breaking everything. Oh, there's like I see an air gap too. Come in. Not this tool. Not this tool. That tool? Oh yeah, there we go. That's the tool, chat. It's a sculpting tool, but there we go. Yeah. Ha. Fix it. I'm not a man that will be bested by his own stupidity. I would never do such a thing. Oh, nuts. That was okay. Oh, that was okay. It's fine. I'll fix it. Okay, well, regardless. So we have this piece and these pieces. Now that I've cleared the connector, can go together. So it'll sploop, sploop, bloop, bloop, boop. Don't worry. It's fine. I'm a professional. Just don't ask of what. That's when people start asking questions. All right. So let us tomato. I don't know. Clip, clippy, clippy, clippity, clippity, clap. Oh gosh. Yeah, I think try to figure out what the because for each of these Saturday side quest votes, we like to have three things, right? So right now, I'm thinking what we're gonna have it is for the vote is going to be Legion Imperialis, so that epic scale game for 30K. Brendan, I'm so bad at this through years of practice. Don't you worry. Also, no pup cam. The uh, the pup is lounging in the living room right now, so she didn't want to join me on this venture. Also, I realized that I can't connect the studio cameras directly to my computer. You need a encoding card, or not an encoding card, a video stream card. I forget what the name of the card is, but we need that in order for it to feed directly into the computer. And yeah, we already have one hooked up to the studio laptop. So we're learning. We're learning today, boys and girls. Oh, it's good. Really? Oop. But I'm surprised Biddy isn't here. It's a little itty bitty Felicity, a legal name of Felicity. Nor it was right before we went live, just sitting on my lap, just hanging out. But I don't know, she's feeling Felicity's feeling a little sassy right now. But I mean, she always is. In her defense, she can't really breathe, so I would probably be sassy too if I couldn't breathe. I mean, I don't know if you guys have noticed how nasally my voice is, so I guess I really can't breathe. So that explains why I'm sassy. Um, but Felicity really can't breathe. She's very wheezy. We love her, but she's very wheezy. Also, she's named after a cat that was shot into space, and if I was a cat that was shot into space by the French of all people, I too would be upset. So I think she gets a pass for her cranky behavior. So there you go. If you guys ever are at little bar trivia or just trivia in general, and the question is, what was the first cats shot into space? Just look no further than your friends at Neuro-Heretical Wargaming for space facts, because it was Felicity the cat. She made it back to Earth. Just don't ask what happened. Oop. The dog is named Laika, which is after the first dog in space, because I'm nothing if not on brand here. There we go. Look at that. We have a footprint together. Okay. So All we need now is this little banister going on here. Do we only get one banister? If I wanted to make more banisters, we do only get one banister. Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to, whenever I see these on sale, I usually try to like pick one up to make more of the terrain. Oop, oop. I mean, it also works for like Age of Sigmar and stuff too. Oh, sorry, but yes, back to my previous statement. I'm not sure what our third vote should be. So in our previous votes, we've been trying to do one fantasy, one sci-fi, and one historical for our votes for what you guys want to see for the next side quest Saturday. However, I think between the four of us, the only historical we have is Jonathan and I have Bolt Action, which is a World War II historical. I don't think we've ever gotten votes on that. I think we've gotten like a vote for the 3 or 4 times we put it up. So might just like give it a little break for a minute and put something else up. So yeah, right now I'm thinking Legion Imperialis for one of the votes. Probably Age of Sigmar. We need to put Age of Sigmar back up. And I don't know the third one yet. Maybe Warhammer Fantasy Battles? I'm sorry, Old World. Old World's what it's called now. Um, but yes, so what happened to Comrade Like It? We're gonna do more space facts, everybody, because I do like space facts. I love teaching too. So, Comrade Leica was the first first mammal shot into space. Because beforehand, like flies and stuff were shot into space. But the first mammal shot into space was a dog from Russia, which they named Laika, which, if I remember correctly, either directly or indirectly means the barker. So she was launched on Vostok 1, the first the first capsule to be used for human spaceflight. However, before launching a cosmonaut, which would eventually be Yuri Gagarin, they launched Laika, the dog. Because of political pressures that were put onto the engineers that worked for Russia, they did not have the time to develop a way for her to get back, unfortunately. So they were not kind of, they were forced politically to launch Laika the dog into space with no way of getting her back, which is a very sad story. Um, because even I forget his name, but he was known as the designer. He was the one who was like the person who was the reason why the Russian space program did so well as it did for the first couple of years of the space race. But he was fully of the mindset like this didn't need to happen. We didn't need to sacrifice this poor dog. And he did, you know, the night before they were to launch like into space, he brought her to his house and made sure that she had a very nice family dinner with his kids. But it's very sad. But my dog is named after her in honor of her because A, I like space stuff, and B, Laika is a hero in space travel who, she didn't have any say in the matter, which is very sad. Okay. Oh, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. All right. Okay, that's how that goes. So, no glue action. Don't sniff the glue, everybody. If you ever start sniffing glue and somebody asks why, don't tell them that we told you to do it because we did not. I specifically said don't sniff the glue. Well, okay, I did. I can't promise you what Bird might say, but Bird is our wild card, if you will. Wild card, baby. Okay. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh dear. All right. Now we just need this glue to set. Come on. And we're just going to use, oh dear. does this have enough reach? Oh, it just might. That's fair. Team Yankee is pseudo-historical. And to answer your question, Wanting Fire, I've heard mixed things about the latest Age of Sigmar edition. The previous edition was a lot of fun. I didn't own an army, but I've done a couple tournaments borrowing stuff from Jonathan, including a doubles tournament. That was a lot of fun. So it's a fun system. I've heard that the new edition is so-so, but I'm also want to caveat that with a grain of salt, saying that I don't know if that's just like our local group moving away from it for right now, because there's one thing that our local group is good at, and it's switching gears frequently on the game systems that they enjoy. I heard a crack. It's probably fine. Yeah, crack is whack. There we go. Okay, I saw a gap there, but alright, that should be good now. So we'll just let that set. We have our footprint. Yeah, I think the only thing that could probably make these better would be making it easier to square off the pieces, but I think, honestly, if I just had some Lego bricks, that'd probably solve the issue pretty quickly. I would have to go dig for Lego bricks, but it's not completely unreasonable in my house. Well, why is that gap? Why is there a gap there? I have lots of clamps to do. Oh God, I'm dropping lots of. Okay. I have heard spirit. Okay. You good? You good, bud? Ow. Curses. Drat. Fudge. Okay. Good enough. Okay. I'll let that dry. But yeah, I've heard Spearhead's pretty good. Um, for those of you not tracking, Spearhead is the it's like the combat patrol for Age of Sigmar, is my understanding. So it's definitely like you just buy the Spearhead box, and they should all be balanced against each other. So you just grab it, you play it, and you don't need to buy anything else. This is just like the thing you need. All right, what is next? Alrighty, so we're going to make the floor now. This will help straighten things out. All right. Alright, I need some flat floors. Little flat floor action, if you will. Okay, do I need flat? No, no, okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Because we have this crack here, I want to get a floor tile that is equally shreked. And I know it might not be in this one, it might be in the other set. That kind of works. No, I think there's a better one though. All right, to the ruins. Aha, there it is. See, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, geez, if I can get that piece. That's what I need, everybody. Snippy snips. But yeah, I think at the very least, depending on how our pre-recorded goes, I think we're going to move away from putting Necromunda in the rotation for SideQuest Saturday, because I think we have some bigger plans for that, or similar games such as um, Trench Crusade or so. Because something we've been learning as we do this is especially those skirmish style games where you only have a handful of models, it's very difficult to do in a pre-recorded format. Especially we saw during Fallout, which I still had a lot of fun and still seems to be was still fairly popular with people, was that in order to actually like get, oh dear, okay, well it fits at least. In order to get like a proper appreciation for the game, you really need to get a lot of like those close in hand cam shots, which, yeah, we could probably be. Are those the same? No, they're not. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that'll work. But you really need to get those a lot more of those close in hand cam shots, which I know we are constantly trying to do better about taking those shots. But yeah, it might move over to a more pre-recorded style for those. Also, if anybody was concerned, uh, we do not plan on doing less content. So I will say the last Sunday was more of a fluke. There was a couple family things that happened for all of us all at the same time. Um, so, just kind of, things happen, life happens. So we decided to go forward and make the pre-recorded, but we'll still continue to do our Sunday streams, like I've mentioned in the posts. So our next Sunday stream will be this coming Sunday, where it'll be the premiere for the new Grey Knights Codex, which will be piloted by Chris. Right now, the only thing we need is figure out what he's fighting. So kind of just tossing in the air either doing demons, because that's a classic matchup, right? Like the Grey Knights from 40k are meant to fight the forces of chaos, and what's more chaotic and what's more of an iconic thing for them to fight than chaos demons? Other option is I know that the Terminus Decree has been a hot button topic for the lore aficionados lately. It's like, oh, that'd be kind of fun. Also, I have not played my Custodes in a hot minute, and I need to get my Golden Boys out because my Golden Boys are getting collecting dust. I don't like my Golden Boys collecting dust. They should be gold, resplendent, shiny. Yeah, come on, boop. So yeah, we're still figuring that out. I'll probably expect a who's what's it's a official scheduling the stream by the end of the day today, depending on what your end of day is. We're going off mountain end of day because, I mean, sure, I'm from the East Coast, but I don't care that much about East Coast end of day. So, and then there's always Central end of day, and I did Central end of day long enough in my previous life. So we're going by mountain end of day, giving me a little bit more time. And then Pacific end of day, Pacific's just a silly place, like Camelot. Let's not go to Camelot for it is a silly place. All right, Brendan. Good luck. Godspeed. Don't don't fall in or whatever. Don't fall in the grease vats. That'd be bad. But I guess it could be if you want to cosplay as like Two-Face or something, be very good for that. I still don't recommend it for your health though. Do nope, come on. Glue. Glue together now. Glue together now. All right. I think. Let's see. How many more tiles do I have? One, two, three, four. Okay, so I need one, two, three, four, five, six more. I have one, two, three, four, five. Okay, I'll have to make a tile because they do say it's in. Oh, almost knocked over my glass of water. That would have been bad. But they do set this up in an interesting way where these two guys are broken, but you can connect them with this piece to make a single tile. So let's do that real quick, just so I don't forget to do that. But yeah, just like the thought and the care that went into the designing of this kit is really just kudos to Games Workshop for designing this. It is really just neat. It's just fun to build. Like I said, I like just picking these up if they're ever on sale. Eh, relinquish yourself. There we go. Boop and boop and boop and boop. All right. But yeah, I guess the other thing I need to look at for whatever our next Saturday side quest is just what we haven't voted on in a while, or what was popular in the past for four votes. So yeah, there's always something new to try though, and we all have a bunch of different games that we would like to try and show each other, and but also to you guys, chat. Oop. All right, and this goes like oh, flip it. There we go. Goes like that. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. Come on. There we go. Oh dear. Oh no. It's fine. Everything's fine here. Okay, you stay there. You, boom. Bada boom. It's a little, yeah, it's fine. Okay, and then, so this part is going to go like that. And then we need this four, row four of them here. Oh dear. And then two more here. So, yeah, get back here. Hmm? Why are you not gluing? Come on. Hmm. Okay, let's try this side. All right, I don't know why it's. I guess these parts aren't as close together as I would like. It's fine. It's fine, Chad. It's fine. Let's see. Oh, I didn't see that Brennan posted something about John Glenn standby. Why is John Glenn more well known than Alan Shepard? Personally, I think it was because of his yee ass haircut. I don't think I'm pretty sure John Glenn was more known because he was a literal senator after he was a senator, right? I thought he became a senator. Yeah, he became a senator. So John Glenn was the uh, third American to go into space. So the second one to actually achieve orbit. Alan Shepard was the first one. Was the first American to go to space, but that was not a full orbit. So it was just a what we would call a ballistic trajectory. So we just kind of went into space for a little bit, didn't go around the Earth the entire time, and then splash right into the water. But yeah, no, Brendan, John Glenn was also a very famous and very popular politician. So I think that's probably why. I don't think it was because his quote unquote yee ass haircut. Yeah, okay. That's okay, Brendan. You can pretend to be youthful, but you too are getting old just like me. Yeah, okay. Okay. There we go. And for those of you who are not tracking, so um, this is injection. A lot of models are injection molded PVC. Uh, where so there'd be like a mold, and then they would inject PVC into. Okay, but easy enough to explain, right? But where those molds come together, there will usually be like a little mold line here. You can kind of see it there. Not actually, no, not really. The lighting is good, but not good for that. Um, but yes, so there will be like a little mold line. So you just need to I want to scrape that off so it fits together better. Um, I've seen I think I it's been a minute since I've seen a picture of Alan Shepard. But through the power of Google, anything is possible. Okay, well, all right, he's kind of goofy look. He's an American hero, right? Okay, the haircut was popular at the time, but I think I saw a photo from the same time period of my grandfather who had the same haircut. It's it's fine. Also American hero, so regardless. And yeah, okay, yeah, I suppose that is a GTA 5 reference. So ooh, pooey on me for forgetting that one. It's been a minute since I played GTA 5. But there's a new one coming out, isn't there? I think it's slated for next year for GTA 6. Um, I think all we literally have is the teaser trailer, so we don't have any like gameplay or anything. But I mean, the Rockstar is it Rockstar? Yes, Rockstar. Uh, we're just gonna move this little statue over here again. Um, Rockstar always does a fantastic job. You know that they're going to take as long as they need to. Oh, buongiorno, Tristan. Welcome to the party. Don't mind me. I'm just, this is the Scott show today because Brendan has to work even though he's in chat, possibly falling into a vat of cooking oil, but TBD on that one. Yeah, no, GTA 5 came out a hot minute ago, and it's still popular. So, like I said, they're definitely going to take the time that they need. They're definitely not ones to rush out a product in order for it to make a release year like Call of Duty or something. Um, oh dear, that was too much glue. But yeah, hi Tristan. We're building terrain. I'm building the hopefully the last of the stuff we need for the Middle Earth Strategy Battle Game stream at the end of the month. So I am building the Gondor Mansion. Though making a little couple modifications of my own to make it seem more like it actually belongs in a battle. Because why would a whole mansion be standing right without any kind of damage on it? I think that's just silly. So we're rectifying that post haste. Oop. As you should, Tristan. I'm not sure. Tristan, I'm actually not sure if you have shared your repressor to the Discord. But yeah, Tristan has a fun repressor that is for his Sisters of Battle. It is a unit that used to be made, no longer is, but some people are okay with Legends. Like I know personally, we're okay with Legends, which I get. Sorry, for context. A Legends unit is sometimes, you know, Games Workshop will stop making a specific unit. They'll stop supporting it. It's like, well, this is kind of expensive for us to make, and nobody really uses it. And also, it just looks old as dirt, right? One of those was the Repressor, which is a little transport with gun ports for days. Um, the Legend that was that was weird. Okay, I don't know why it did that again. Um, all right, that was weird. Sorry, everybody. But yes, so Legends units usually are not usable at a tournament level because it's more of a thing like, okay, they'll release the rules for it at the start of an edition and then they just won't touch it. So they don't undergo the same scrutiny for balancing and whatnot that other things do. That's the other thing is like if something is just like impossible to balance and they just like don't make it anymore, it's like, okay, why are we doing this to ourselves? What does Legends do? But for a casual setting, they're perfectly fine. So I don't know if we've actually ran any legend units on the channel yet. Um, I have some legends Croots that I'm working on because of course I am. Contents. It wouldn't be me if I wasn't working on some Crute-based project. Oh, Arbiter Ian did. Oh yeah, I saw the thumbnail for that. I haven't had a chance to watch it myself. But yeah, he makes some good quality content, so that's probably worth checking out. Tell him that we sent you. Notice me, Senpai Arbiter Ian. Boop and boop. But yes, so Tristan has this lovely one that he got from a sculptor. I believe it was a 3D print. Correct me if I am. Well, yeah, right up. I get it. Video essay. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Tristan. That yours is a 3D print of one, and it is just covered to the nines with skulls because that's the theme that Tristan's going for. Is death metal. I don't. You mean okay? You know more about the nuances of different metal genres, but death metal space nuns with guns, because that's pretty damn metal. All right. Okay, and one more tile. Let's just clean this guy up. I mean, you should. Well, does the Brendan, do they increase the capacity of the Land Raider Crusader to hold a full Crusader? Are they just called Primaris Crusaders? Little idiots. Um, yeah, can the Crusaders still not carry a Crusader squad? If not, then yeah, I guess it's time to break out the Spartan. Okay, resin print and cornate sculpt. So yeah, that's fair. It is cool. I don't know if I actually, Tristan, did you have that when I last visited? I don't remember if I've seen it in person or not yet. I mean, I've seen the pictures of it. It looks real cool. But yeah, it came in. It came in bed. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, let me break that and then fix it. Okay, you go like that, and you go like. Sometimes you gotta break things to fix it, right? Okay, and that's okay. There's very many right ways to do things. There's wrong ways to do things too, but there's a lot of right ways to do things. But yes, Wanting Fire the Spartan is a variant of the Land Raider, so the big boy tank from the Horus Heresy. It's big. It's real big, right? It can it can carry a lot. Like his whole thing is carrying everyone, the entire neighborhood of boys going to the battle in the Spartan. But that was an excellent example for a Legends Legends unit where uh, it's not something that they frequently update, but there's rules for it. So if you had the model and you wanted to run it, you can. So helps carry over some of those things from Horus Heresy to 40K for those of you who want to use them for both. They definitely have a bit of a different design mentality as far as Legends units go for Horus Heresy. So for them, it works a lot differently. But at least for 40K is concerned, that's more just like stuff that, yeah, it's like niche stuff that either A, they don't make anymore, or B, they don't want to worry about having to balance. Especially like with Horus Heresy existing, Space Marines have 876,000 different units that they could bring, and eventually got to the point it's like, yeah, no, no matter what we do, there's always going to be somebody running something that we like gave it just a once over to and didn't realize how badly people can break it, and then people broke it. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, for Horus Heresy, their philosophy for that is like, oh, this is stuff that we don't actively make models for, but you can still use it. So that's more of like the kit basher's paradise. Like, oh, you wanna have some fun with hobbying? You wanna just like make a bunch of stuff? That's the goal. That's this. Here's the legacies document for you. So just go wild. Brennan, I'm not sure if you've looked at it yet, but your best friends, the Effort Disruption Squad, my crazy shotgun boys for the Alpha Legion, looking pretty spicy. Oh, they're looking pretty good. I'm excited to see what your reactions are to them when they shoot you in the face 17 times with shotguns. It'll be a glorious day, glorious match. Yeah, that one it took a little bit longer for that to come out than I think they were planning, especially with some of the controversy involved. Controversy? Sure, we'll call it controversy. Glue down. Glue down. Okay, we're just gonna hold this. But yeah, no, it's cool. Actually, let me put a weight on this. Do I have something to weigh it down? Oop, oh god, I just put my hand in airbrush cleaner. Um, okay, I'm gonna weigh that down. And chat, we're gonna go on an adventure as I go to a different part of the studio, otherwise known as my house, to grab my Spartan. But I guess this would be a better comparison if I actually owned a regular Land Raider. So I'm realizing as I go on this journey with you guys that it'll only be half the journey. But sometimes it's all about the journey before the destination. Boop de boo, boop de doo. So here is my work in progress Spartan for my Alpha Legion. So it's long. It's a long lad though, right? So a regular Land Raider will probably go to about like there-ish. So this has like solid like 2 inches on it as far as like model's concerned. But yeah, this is for carrying like the entire neighborhood of boys. Like you heard somebody next neighborhood over talking shit, so you get them all up in the get in the Land Raider Spartan and show them what for. You show them why you don't disrespect our side of town. Oh, that's right, I have the Proteus. However, the Proteus is a baby Land Raider. So it is smaller than a regular Land Raider, so I can give you two different sizes of Land Raider. So Land Raider Proteus. This one's probably a bit closer to the like actual size of a Land Raider. This is for my Custodes, and this is a Land Raider Spartan. So you can see there. It's long. It is a large lad. Boop. I'll just take this off the screen. But yeah, the I have not ran many tanks at all for my Alpha Legion, especially with the last edition. The way I liked to run them was uh, it actively discouraged bringing vehicles. So that's something I do like about the new army building system is that it doesn't do things like that anymore, where it says, "Hey, you have to build it like this, and it's gonna suck if you don't." So I am glad they've moved away from that design philosophy for that. So I now have reason to paint up more of my Alpha Legion vehicles for the Horus Heresy. So yeah, hopefully. I think we've mentioned in the past, but we are planning to do like, at least a once a month Horus Heresy stream, like the last Sunday of the month, and then maybe like sprinkle in a couple every now and then if we're feeling feisty, right? So, though I have played a lot of Horus Heresy, so I guess it's probably somebody else's turn to fight Sean or fight each other. But I think a lot of our group is very excited for the new edition and trying it out because from all the games that I've played, it's real solid, boys. Let's see. Oh, but thank you, Wanting Fire. The Alpha Legion one's still in progress, but I'm pretty proud of how the Custodes one has come out. I don't think, yeah, that was before you joined us when I last played Custodes, but I try to go for like a verdigris kind of thing. I like my warriors to be ancient and all their equipment to be ancient, so we go for like that verdigris part of it. Right now the weapons are off of it for stowage. He also a little guy that sits on top that's going to drive me closer. I want to hit them with my sword. But because I kept breaking off, I magnetized that, so he's currently not on there. Um, oh yeah, so that was one of the fun things about the Horus Heresy is that um, a lot of the models for it are based on like the original designs they had for like Warhammer 40K before it was Warhammer 40K. So, example would being the Land Raider Spartan Proteus are based on the tanks that they released, even with like the goofy looking treads. Because I'm not sure if you guys are designers of treads or treaded vehicles. That's a little weird to have, right? Like that raised bit that'd probably just get gunked up with muck, but it looks cool and looks fun. Um, and then I think my one of my favorites is uh the baby tank. The wow, I can't. Why am I blanking on the name right now? The why can I remember the name? Not Spartan. Saber tank. The saber tank is literally based on a conversion some guy made for Rogue Trader, where they just like took a rhino and put a little like plastic hard tube on the front as a barrel, and then 40 years down the line, someone's like, "Oh, that's kind of fun. Let's turn it into a real model again." It's like, all right, cool. BB tank do 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 do. Oh, but yes. So for orcs, that is a great question. Brendan, you have the start of an orc collection, do you not? Um, I don't think he has a. I don't think we have enough between all of us for a full army yet. But we're slowly working up to having everything. Like I have a Necron army that I need to slowly paint up. I started that and haven't been able to put too much work into it yet, just especially with like all the stuff for the channel. Um, let's that with one of these. That's not sitting flat. There we go. Oh, that's not sitting flat either. Oh gosh. What I do like orcs. There's the I think Brendan put it best, and I don't remember if this is a Brendan quote or a quote from somebody else that I heard from Brendan, is that there's an orc player in everybody, right? People, they're just there to have a good time. Damn the consequences. Damn the torpedoes and the consequences, in fact. Um, but yeah, I think he's definitely going for a bit of like a red gobo kind of theme. We're just a bunch of grots. But don't quote me on that one. I have been wrong before in the past. So, Brendan, if I'm misspeaking, please correct me before I promise things for you. But yeah, that is on the list of things to make. I think right now the next up for what we're going to be finishing for the studio is going to be Votan. Especially with the fire under our butts right now because the new codex is coming out in a couple weeks. I guess 2.5 weeks, but yeah, Votan will be our next like premiere. I'm going to start to like laser focus on the Necrons soon. Actually, I don't even. I need to see how much Necrons I own because I don't even know how many points it is these days. Are you glued? Okay, cool, you're glued. All right, we're gonna do some stuff over here. Okay. Oh no, it's rolling away. Why are you rolling away from me? Eh, come on. Oh, uh-oh. All right. Yeah, that'll help. I think. Okay, so I need to little gappy right there. So let's fix that with the power of tools. Okay, did you? Okay, that's a bit better. So glue in there. I need more of these. Oh, that helps if I pull the right trigger. Come on. Oh, set, dang it. Okay. See, this is what I was talking about before, where this will help straighten things out. However, the straightening things out part is a little difficult. Come on. I'll fight you. Okay. Mm. Let's. Okay. Here's what we'll do. Let's break that connection a little bit. Come on. Get in there. There we go. Okay. So let's try that again. This time making sure it's properly seated in that little divot there. I swear I'm decent at building models, everybody. I've only been doing this for like 15 years or some nonsense. There we go. Come on. There we go. Haha. Ha. I will not be bested by some piece of plastic. I only heard that life in plastic is fantastic, but have they also considered life as Scott? It's pretty fantastic because I get to hang out with you guys and chat as I fight plastic. Okay, let's take this guy. Okay, maybe that one needs to set a little bit longer. Oh, oh. Oh no. Oh dear. No, why? Listen here, you. Get down there. Get in there. Okay. Let's just add a little bit of glue. Here, hopefully help it set. There we go. Boop. All right, we're getting there, chat. Yeah, see, that's the real key is you need to just like we bullied Jonathan to finally paint his Tyranids, you gotta bully Brendan to paint his orcs. They respond well to bullying. I have it on good authority. The authority is me. Bully them. You have my explicit permission to at them, if you will. Okay, that's set for a little bit longer. And let's cut out some more pieces. Hi, Chaplain Thrain. Welcome to the party. It's a very chillax party, but we're just building terrain today. Hope you're doing all right. Boop, boop, and boop, and boop. No, geez, Brandon, that's embarrassing. Don't even have 1,000 points. Well, shame. Damn shame. Ooh. Yeah, it seems like we have a pretty good crowd tonight for the hobby hangout. Eh, come on. Yeah, not sure if you guys had a chance to check out our new pre-recorded battle report that we put out yesterday. But if you have, let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to see, because this is the first time we've ever done something like that. So I'm kind of curious to see what you guys, especially the guys that like you folk that have been with us for a lot of this journey. Curious to see what you all thought of it, how you thought about how we did it, or what we could do better. But yeah, Bird and I are working on big things, and that was first like allusion to it, allusion slash cut at it. All right, let's see. Glue. Where'd I put the glue now? It's hiding. The glue was terrified of my power as a gluing person, so it decided to hide from me. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, there we go. And oh, I need to these. Oh dear, it's fine. We're just throwing things. Okay. There we go. There's that. And there's that. Okay, and this guy goes over here. Nope, come in. Dang it. Get back here. Get back here, you fool. I'll fight you. Come in. Is that on there? Not really. All right. Oh, you know what? I can actually, well, no, we'll use this first to set it. Come in. Dang it. Hmm. Oh, come on. Okay, we're going to do a forbidden technique here, chat. It's called stripping away some of the material. Is this how it's intended? No, but, you know, sacrifices must be made. Okay, how about now? Hmm. Oh, come on. Okay, yeah, I think I can make it work. I think it will work. There's a chance this will work. Gentlemen, behold this thing. Mental illness. Oh. Doop. Okay. Glue. All right. Good enough. Oh yes, Step 3 is the first person asked to answer the question. But what is everybody's favorite fictional universe? Doesn't can be Warhammer. Doesn't have to be Warhammer, but um, just we just love to hear it. I would say personally for me, I know that I am a big fan of the Cosmere, which I know we've mentioned many times on stream by Brandon Sanderson. But I will say that Star Wars still holds a very special place in my heart. That is like what got me into being a nerd in the first place. Oop. I've just always been a big Star Wars fan. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen any of the. I know the Riddick universe extends to more than just the movies, if I remember correctly, but Riddick's pretty cool, and Vin Diesel does a very good job in. It's Vin Diesel, right? I'm bad with actors' names. I'm sorry. He does a very good job in the movies portraying that character, but it's neat. There we go. Using more of the forbidden technique, strip away material, just to make the fit a little bit better. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're thinking with portals. Oh God. Oh dear. Okay. Just breaking things now. Well, this shows me how much I keep track of Fast and Furious movies. I forgot they were still making I forgot they were still making them in the first place. To have been not be in them. So good for him. Good for him for breaking free from that franchise. I guess there's nothing wrong with that franchise. It's just like never. I don't know. I like old cars, but cars have never really been like my thing. Um, I like antique cars, but yeah, no. There's never really Fast and Furious just never really spoke to me. Also, apparently, when I went to Universal a couple months ago with some friends, the Fast and the Furious ride was dead. It was beyond dead. It was advanced dead, honestly. Oh, oh, nuts. Well, happy belated birthday to you, Wanting Fire. And to Vin Diesel, I suppose, but I don't think Vin Diesel's here. But if Vin Diesel is here, happy birthday, happy belated birthday to you as well. Hmm. Let's see. All right, now we just need some the little trim thing. I actually don't know what that is called architecturally, but there's stuff. We need stuff now. Things even. The stuff and the things. We're putting things on stuff, and it's going great. Boop. Hmm. Okay. I don't think I share my. I do love Halo. We were talking about it before, but before you got in here, Tristan, but the Halo game is getting ODSTs now. So I'm hoping that means that the Halo tabletop game is moving closer to being more about the actual Halo story instead of just being the multiplayer in miniature. Because that was my biggest problem with it. It's like I love Halo. Halo's so cool, and I have lots of fond memories of Halo growing up. But you know that I was never yelled at by somebody during the Halo story that they slept with my mother the night before. So I have fonder memories of Halo's story in co-op mode than I do multiplayer. Hi, United Wargamer. Thank you for your token appearance. I hope you are having a lovely evening tonight. Um, he passed off some updates to us for things to make the stream better. So I haven't had a chance to integrate those, but thankfully I have the next couple days finally finally free. So yeah, I will hopefully get those integrated by Sunday. But yeah, I hope you are doing great. Boop, boo. Nice. Well, I hope you get to relax with us for a bit. Um, Sorry to hear the day was long. Hopefully the next day ain't as bad. Yeah, ain't as long. Boop. So I know I've already cleaned it. Right. Although I will say, despite my misgivings about the Halo game, I have heard the rule set's very tight. I read a couple reviews from Goonhammer, another, I think I mentioned them before, but they're a very good resource. But they've spoke very highly of the rule set, um, and also the models are gorgeous. Oh yeah, yeah. I think we could probably still find the models out there, or at least for the space combat game. But at the very least, Halo is one of those things that has a dedicated enough fan base. I'm 92% certain that we'd be able to find the models for everything online to 3D print. assuming I can one day learn how to operate this 3D printer without pulling my hair out. 'Cause, I don't want to lose the hair chat. The hair is one of my selling points, and I'm not losing that over 3D printing. Yeah, everyone say congrats to Brendan. He just got a job offer today. I didn't want to say it before because I didn't know if you wanted to tell everybody, but yeah, he got a job offer today. So big congrats to him. Um, Moving to something a bit more sustainable for his hours, which would be nice. All right, do I have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need 3 more and then some broken ones. No. Not this one. 1, 2, 3. Yep, there we go. Oh gosh. You go back up there. Oh, and we're never dropping things. And, oh, okay. And then I'll need that guy. And, oh yeah, these are exactly 2 pieces that I need right here. So I need Yoomst. Oop. And Yoomst. There we go. And this guy. Brendan, as a a little congratulations to yourself for the new job. You could get yourself that Halo starter box. Just saying. Oh, hi, Parkysaurus. Well, perfect. I think that you joined us after we did yeah, no, you definitely joined us after we did the vote for this. But our next Saturday side quest will be Middle-earth Strategy Battle Game. Currently aiming for that to be the 23rd of this month. So that'll be a live stream of this very fun miniatures game for Middle-earth. That will also give Jonathan and I enough time to learn the new edition of the rules. We definitely know what we're doing. We're definitely not making this up as we go. We're all professionals here. And if you guys want to support us, being the professionals that we are, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I know all the guys that. Oh, wait. Oh, nope. Come on. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I know you guys have all liked and subscribed, so we appreciate it. If you don't mind dropping a like for this video, also super appreciated. And if there's anybody that you think would be interested in our content, just send them our way. The more the merrier. We're always happy to see new faces and always want to, make sure everyone's having a good time. Oop. Let's see. Yeah, Chapin Train, I'm glad you were feeling up to joining us tonight. Low key was, because you were in chat a lot, so it was low key. Uh, okay, high key see you back with us, so glad you are powering through it. Glad to see you here. And the Depresso Espresso, can personally say it kind of sucks, so appreciate you putting up a good fight. I will also say, in reference to Brachiosaurus, I really want to go to New Zealand. I have never been to New Zealand, but I really want to go to New Zealand to go to the Hobbiton because it seems really cool. A friend of mine was going to go for her 40th and invited uh, a group of her friends, myself included. However, I think things kind of picked up at work and that fell through. So hopefully for her 41st, or I'll just go on my own accord, like. I don't need to use somebody's birthday as an excuse, but it seems really cool. Also, I kind of aspire to be a hobbit. I like my gardening, and why is this not fitting? What the frickin' frickety frickin' frick? Okay, let's go over here. But I aspire to be a hobbit. I do like my cooking. I like my gardening. I just want to live my little peaceful life, despite the boys' efforts to blow holes in my wall. Boop, 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 and boop. Okay, there we go. Oh, came in. Came in. There we go. Sound effects brought to you by Scott. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Neato. Oh dear. Oh dear. Now I'm dropping things again. Better than dropping plates, I suppose. I will say I am a bit of a metalhead. Dropping plates by Disturb was never even like growing up. Never. I always felt a little bit weird about that one. Never was a big fan. But everybody's entitled to their opinions. Though I am going to go see Ghost this Thursday, which I'm so excited for. That's going to be a fun show. Got sweet tickets and everything. It's going to be a good time. Oh yes, also second breakfast is a very important part. Let's see. The Bark Lord. I, because I no, it wasn't Farmer Maggot who was it Farmer Maggot who in the book is actually kind of a decent dude and just kind of went toe to toe and told a ring wraith to get stuffed. Was that Farmer Maggot or was that somebody else? Because I remember there was somebody who in the book who was like not really ever mentioned in the movie or just kind of like maligned in the movie, and this guy's like metal enough that he just tells ring wraiths to get bent. It's like okay, what a hero. Tainted Grail. That sounds interesting. I have never heard of that. Chaplain Thrain, is that a book series or is that a book? Is that a comic book? That sounds because I love Arthurian legend. That sounds super neat. Um, so if it's a book series, I do need something to read after I get through the 17,000 books of Wheel of Time. And also, yes, I'm a big proponent for second breakfast. I will. I mean, I can put down breakfast all day, right? We love breakfast. Um, a yearly event that I like to do with the friends is Orktoberfest. Definitely did not shamelessly borrow that name from Games Workshop and their orcs. But try to do a little get together with the friends where we go through all of the extended edition original trilogy, Lord of the Rings movies. We each make a different Hobbit meal, so first breakfast, second breakfast, 11sies, all that happy junk. Just have a good time. We get fat and happy, and fat is glorious. We'll try this. It's a game. Huh. I've not heard of that. If I remember, now I remember Tom Bombadillo. Tom Bombadillo. But no, there's one of the ones I thought in the book, because Tom Bombadil just like doesn't care about their like Tom Bombadil is just happy with his hot wife and just mind his own business, and no one trusts him with the ring because he'd just lose the stupid thing, right? But I thought one of the hobbits kind of like literally just told like a ring wraith to get bent and just to get off his property. I'm trying to remember though. It's been a while since I've read it, but I thought it was real funny. Does this piece not go? Does this actually have a different piece? Oh, this piece doesn't go here. This is a separate piece. That's why it's not fitting. That would explain a lot, Chad. Reading the reading the instructions explains the instructions. Too bad I can't read, which is really unfortunate for all of you involved. Let's see. So what would this? Charlie 49 and Alpha 29. There's Charlie 49. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I think Farmer Maggot was actually like kind of a badass in the book. He's just kind of they can only cover so much in the movies, so they don't can't really cover his badassery. But I need to do a reread of those. I am Chapman 3. I just got started on book 3, The Dragon Reborn. So I'm still very early in my read, but I kind of am doing a side by side thing where I have the physical book, so I'll read that to bed, and then I have the audio book, so I will listen to that on my hour commute to work. I guess not hour, depending on people are feeling as far as their driving competency for the day. Um, but yeah, so I'm on book 3 right now, so still very early in it, but this is my first time reading through it. That same friend who I mentioned before wanted to do her 40th at Hobbiton. She does a yearly read of it, and she was one of the people who's like, "Oh, you gotta read it. You gotta read this book. It's so good." It's like, okay, okay, we trust your nerdy tastes. But yeah, I'm really liking it thus far. It is an interesting series. Um, oh, come on, come on. Sorry, hold that thought while I show this piece. Who's boss? I'll show you who's boss. The boss is me. Come on. Why the... Okay, we're gonna do. Hold on, more forbidden technique. We don't have to force this. Eh, come on, come on. Okay, okay, now it's stuck. Oh, oh dear. Things is going. The wheels are off the wagon, everybody. The wheels of time are off the wagon of not time. I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, let's see. So where is it? Where's the rub right here? So it is. Oh, I think actually, if I just put these in the opposite order, it'll work. These like sneak under here. Okay, there we go. There we go. I swear I'm an adult who builds things. There we go. I know what I'm doing. Oh God, I'm the person who works on my house too, and I can't even build a tiny house. That's unfortunate. Mm-hmm. That's the Bucklanders. I think it's interesting thus far. So right now I'm early enough that I'm only seeing Randall as the male magic user. So it gives me a lot of Dune vibes. So Dune also has that kind of gender-based, let's say magic system, right? Where women who use the melange can see into the past. They can see through all the different generations of those that preceded them. And then men can see into the future with the Muad'Dib, no, Lizanagib being the one that can see both. So it's very interesting in the fact that it kind of is similar to that, whereas gender specific for what ability they have. Though, don't spoil it for me yet. But it seems like somebody's hiding something because I don't think it's just Randall Thor that can do this. So I think it seems like there's more at work here. So I'm very interested to see what happens. All right, let's build the second story. So we finally got this together after watching whatever the hell that was for the past, I don't know how long that took, but we did it. But yep, so we have one floor now. mind the gap, but we have our second door, our emergency entrance. Move the main door to here. And we have this banister here. So yeah, next step will be to build the second story, continuing this destruction that we started here, up to the roof, and putting the guardrail around this. The suspiciously shaped. Oh, I don't remember the name of that city. Is that city suspiciously shaped? I need to double check that. I might have missed that part. Ooh, my hands are very gluey. I had an interview today, so I'm glad I'm doing this tonight. 'Cause I didn't want to show up to my interview with like these weird looking hands. Like, what were you doing? It's like, I can't explain it. Unless I could explain it, in which case that probably would get me an in with the job. It's like, oh yeah, I was building models. They knew that was, but okay, yeah. So that part, yeah. So it's a bit different from Herbert then. So yeah, it's kind of two, like you're saying, two sides of the same coin. And I'm kind of curious to see because they talk a lot about the Age of Legend, which is like the previous age where they still had these male magic users, and when they work together, they get yoked, right? So I'm kind of curious to see how that starts to, if that starts to come back in this. All right, so let's work on this destructo wall. All right, so I think what I want, the question is how destroyed do I want it? I think I still want like the full wall here. So I think what I want is this piece, maybe. Decisions, decisions. Let's use this piece. This piece will be good there. And then there's these like stubbier ones, so it'll cover like that part right there. So yeah, let's do that. And that kind of matches the windows for the original model as well to help. Actually, no, let's use that piece. But yeah, same difference. Same. There we go. Oop. Oh no, is Tarvalin unfortunately shaped? Okay, I'm gonna go. I'll look at that after chat, or after stream. Have the I was just kind of giddy on what I was reading, so I didn't notice the unfortunate parts yet. But boop. All right, so yeah, like that will be there, and then there's a. Where did that piece go that I was just going to use? Oh, here it is. Oh, there it is. Oop. I heard something land somewhere. It's fine. Oop. So yeah, I'm thinking like right like that. That'll be good like that. And yeah, then that lines up with the, oh dear, I'm throwing things now. Oh gosh, everybody, I'm sorry. Yeah, that lines up with that there. Oh dear. Oop. Like that. Yeah, a little bit of a lip there, but that's fine. We'll live. Nobody will die because of it. If somebody does die, it'll probably be an orc, in which case that's fine. Uh, actually, yeah, let's use that piece. That piece actually. I don't know what I just dropped. I'm not going to worry about it. Hmm. Oh, are these supposed to go to? Yeah, these supposed to go together like that. Okay. Okay, so that is not exactly what I had in mind then. Let's see. There's got to be the right piece for it, because this piece doesn't go together. I thought it did. Hmm, maybe just that? Or, hmm. Hmm. Actually, you know what I can do, chat? I can look at the other instruction book that I shamelessly threw over my shoulder to see how it handles that. Let's see. Oh, okay, so it kind of like follows that, but it has to have a turbinus piece. Okay, so this is more meant to line up with like a piece like this where it keeps going. So, okay, let's do that there. All right. No, not like that. Not like this. Yeah, okay, I'll use this piece. No, I'll use, yeah, I'll use this piece. Oh, okay. So yes, I have. So Shadow Logoth was that was book one, right? That was definitely book one. The Ways was book one. They tried to go back to it book two. It didn't work out so well. I think it's really unique. The Ways is so I'm wondering how much of The Ways was inspiration for what Games Workshop would do for like the Webway, 'cause it's a very similar concept, right? But Shadow Logoth, that seems neat. I feel like I would definitely want to have that show something like that show up in like a D&D campaign. I feel like it's very just like a very interesting concept and just kind of like a fun thing to explore. Well, okay, maybe fun for the DM, right? I don't think it'd be fun for the players, but it'd be like a type 2 fun, right? It'd be a fun in retrospect kind of situation. Okay, so that'll go there. And then but yeah, uh, it's neat. I'm curious if we go back to it because I feel I would like to hear more about it at the very least because I feel like there's a very interesting story to tell there, especially with how it interacts with the evil, interacts with like the other powers that be in this universe. So it's neat. It's neat stuff. Let's see. Let's do. I want to try and keep these arches like on the outside if possible. So let's do this guy and this guy. That'll work. So you're here. Okay, great. Get rid of that for now. You're there. Oh dear. I'm also confused though how the because the dagger from there was in Tomon Head for a while. I'm like, okay, is this not is it not going to have more effect on Tomon Head? Like I feel like I feel unless there's more there, right? But I feel like its effect on that city, even though it was there for so damn long, was fairly minimal. So I'm kind of curious to see if maybe there was like more that happens with that. Let's see. Um, oh, I'll see a webway equivalent later on. Okay. Well, because in book two they hit the teleportation stone. I forget what the sending stone, the stone where they accidentally go into the other realm and run into the lady who Rand can't Never mind. We're trying to keep this PG, right? Rand can't focus when she's around. Do with it what you will. So I feel like that seemed more like the warp equivalent in this, unless there's something even more warp equivalent than that. But that seemed like the realm of the hootenanny and nonsense going on, where physics kind of breaks down, but we can use it for FTL travel. Not FTL travel in this case, but like fast travel. Though I guess in an RPG, it would be kind of funny if the fast travel system was like that, where you're have to go through some actual just nonsense if you want to fast travel from one spot to another. I would understand why they didn't do that because that'd be such a slog to get anywhere, but it'd be funny, at least the first couple times. Come on, snip, snip, snip. Boop. The portal stones. Thank you. That's what it was. Well, Brendan, one A may have influenced B, considering B was written by the guy that finished A. Um, but I don't know, I feel like Chaplain 3, I'm not sure if you've also read any of the Stormlight archives, but I feel like the main thing that they have in common is the fact that they are both epic fantasies. I feel like I feel like they're both very, very unique. And sure, some of the writing styles similar, but no, I think they're both like I'm happy with both. Let's see. Do you want to? Okay, thanks, Brendan. Hmm. No, no, I think I'm invested in the journey for this one, though may I think I'll probably bring it up once I find out more about it. Um, I do appreciate you asking me though, because I know the actual Discord spoiler rules only limited to what 90 days or something. I forget what we actually put as the date limit. So but I do appreciate you asking because I am very curious to see how this all is panning out. Why are you not? Okay, that was because I'm not putting anything on straight. That's why. That's the user error this time, boys. All right. So let's get a door. Let's get a window and a door. The door and a window. Oh, jeez. Right. What are we looking at for time right now? Oh, jeez, Louise. It is 10. All right. Well, I was hoping to get this entire structure done tonight. I don't know if that's happening, everybody, because I am fading. There's four supplemental books? Okay, that I did not know. I thought there was only the one prequel. Okay, what are those called? That you can spoil for me. What are those called? Where can I learn more? Um, but yes, Brendan, you're right. I was finally got looking at their videos like, oh, this is pretty neat, especially now that the Cosmere Miniatures game, I'm sorry, the Cosmere Miniatures are finally coming out. But yeah, no, I'd be down to reach out to them. I don't actually know where they're based out of, but let's see. There. Oh, hey, let's do our due diligence here. But yes, it is getting late here, so I think what I'm going to do is finish this top superstructure here. Then I think we're going to call it there. So I'd say about like, let's conservatively say like 30 more minutes. think my snippies are starting to get dull, everybody. Which is unfortunate, because these are nice snippies. Right, come on. There we go. Oh, let's clip and clip. Oh, dear. Boop. All right. Okay, now we're having trouble picking things up because my fingertips have dried glue on them. This is fine. Nothing's wrong. Everything is going according to plan. According to some kind of plan. I'm not sure what plan, but oh, that was a lot of glue. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm sure Brendan is watching this like, oh god, this guy is the one that builds a lot of our studio stuff? That's not good. It's fine. See? It's fine. It's terrain. It's freeform. There's no right or wrong answer to terrain. I say as I glue a building to my face. I haven't glued a piece of terrain to my head, but I have definitely glued, especially during COVID times. Um, I had to work a lot of overnights so we staggered all the personnel and everything for that job. So on my nights off, I would stay up overnight to not jack up my sleep schedule too much, or like keep my sleep schedule consistent. So definitely did a lot of miniature building during that. A lot of what I was building at that point was bolt action, and there was definitely the most egregious instance where I accidentally glued a rifle to my forehead. Did not notice until I went to the bathroom. It's like, oh hey, that's a little Mosin Nagant on my forehead. That's not supposed to be there. I guess it got like stuck to my hand, and I like scratched my forehead and just did not notice. I was too in the zone. Too in the zone. Auto zone. Also not sponsored, but oh no, I already said I don't really do cars, so I probably already botched that one. Sorry, everybody. Sorry that we're not going to get the coveted AutoZone sponsorship. There we go. Okay, now I just need this wall here. That is true. I do need to build out my Knight's Army. Okay, New Spring and the Gathering Storm prologue. Okay. Okay, so I knew there was at least one prologue. I didn't know there was a second. You really had me flabbergasted when it was like, oh god, there's four? There's already 13 main books I have to read. What do you mean there's four prologues? Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to know. In your experience, are those okay to read before I finish the series? Because I know sometimes like the prologues for things can be a bit spoiler heavy. So I'm not sure like what your experience is with that. But yes, Brendan, I do need to finish my Knights Radiant army, and by finish I mean to get another knight for it. So I don't know. I've been trying to see if I can get a hold of that like double knight box that they sold for Horus Heresy, because I think one of the stores in town still has it, because it gets like the two knights that nobody ever uses for 40k, like the two Lanky Boy knights that no one uses for 40k. Sells them together for a pretty good discount. And then I think the store in question that I think has it already has a pretty good discount on the thing. So even like by their powers combined, some pretty good discount on things. Boop. And boop. Okay. Let's see. Nope, you flipped him, Chaplin. It was Sanderson that finished it. It was, yeah, Jordan Pat. You got it. You got it. We got there. It's like, wait, Brando Sando died. Wait, I need him to finish the Stormlight Archives. I'd be very sad. I mean, he's already pushing 50, so I hope he does have somebody in the pocket. But as of right now, my headcanon is he's going to finish the Stormlight Archives. He's going to finish Song of Ice and Fire. He's going to finish Wind, uh, not Wind of Time. Shoot. Patrick Rothfuss's book. I can't remember his book series' name. My current theory, he's just going to finish them all for everybody. Probably on like a vacation or something. He'll do like one vacation, finish Song of Ice and Fire, do another vacation, finish uh Patrick Rothfuss's work, whose series name I still can't remember. Name of the Wind. That's the name of the first book. But yeah, man, I'll hit you up. I do appreciate having people to geek out about these things on, especially because I don't want to just bother my one friend. It's like you need other things to bother them about. I don't want them to bother them about just this. Let's see. Okay, it's all cleaned up. Good enough. Actually, what am I doing? Let me throw away these little nubbins. Always throw away your nubbins, everybody. I think these are actually technically recyclable. Um, but I don't know enough to go throw them in the recycling. So if somebody knows better, let me know. But these ones are going in the trash. Trash. All right. There go the nubbins. Oh, okay. Now we're throwing things. All right. I need 6 more of these flat boys from Flatland. Thanks, Spawning Fire. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for joining us and hanging out with us. So we hope to see you on Sunday. Okay, so New Spring's 20 years before. How far is, what was the other one that you mentioned? Gathering Storm. Is that like immediately before or is that way before? Also, Brendan, I can't say that I am familiar with Brian McClellan and his work. So, I don't know, is that somebody I should know? Yeah, I haven't read anything. I don't think I've ever read anything by them. Ooh, okay. Okay, that sounds interesting. I'll definitely need to give that a read. Okay, and then, okay, got it. Oh, I did not realize that was the Powder Mage person. So, yeah, no, I know you've been telling me about that one. It's somewhere on the to read list. I don't know where yet, but it's somewhere. I promise you. I promise you, my friend. Don't worry. I haven't definitely didn't forget about that until right now. I would never forget a thing. I'd never forget anything. Steel trap. Steel trap up here. I'd never forget anything. Oop, oop, oop. Steel trap. Okay. Oh dear. Oh, yeah, a little bit more glue. There we go. Okay. And then wall. Corner of wall. And boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I think the one issue I have with these is like getting the pieces to all be squared with each other. It's like there's enough play with how the system's set up that it's possible to hose it up, as we have seen many a times with this. Oh, that's not a corner piece. Whoopsie. That's the corner piece. Let's see. Oh, no, they're both flats. Okay, well, corner. How I get anything done is a mystery. Okay, so see, we have that here. Let's, oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, let's do some gluing. Okay, and we won't be gluing the roof onto this when we do get to that point, because that will be able to take off just to get the inside easier to access. But I don't care about that right now. We care about this right. I care about this right now. So, yeah, get in there, get on there. Always clean your nibs, everybody. Clean your nibs. Nobody likes a clogged nib. Oh dear, that's. Oh, okay. I'll clean that later. Let me finish this. Okay, and we're just going to secure it with these guys, just so it can glue down securely. Try to limit the, yeah, see, like that. I don't want to, I want to avoid that being how it dries. Yeah, let me just add a little bit more glue to, oh dear, what was that? Okay, so a little bit more here. Uh-oh, I think something's going wrong on the other side of this, but we'll get to that. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, what did that do over here? Oh, no, it's, something's happening. I'm not sure what, but it's something. Okay, that there, like that. Ooh, that's a bad gap right there. Um, oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's loosen these. Let's loosen these. Okay, let's use this middle one. And something fell on the floor again. It's fine. All right. Where do I put this? Okay, there. Put it like that. All right. So, we're going to leave that there. I'm just going to let this dry. I think this is probably a good place to call it, though, 'cause I have work tomorrow. Oh, I can probably do it. No, no, that's fine. I don't really have a good way to fix that. It's fine. It's good enough. Perfect is the enemy of good enough, everybody. Okay, but we're going to call that. I'm going to let this dry. Um, but hopefully before the next hobby stream, though, plan to get the banisters onto here and then build up the roof structure. The roof pieces are set up so that you can have like a partially destroyed roof, which is super neat. So I'm excited to see how that comes out. But yeah, I'll definitely be posting this once it's all said and done. And then I need to figure out what to do with the spare pieces, because that's the other fun part, is what to do with the spares. Hi, Mel. Your timing is impeccable because we're just wrapping up. I did not know you were such a big fan of Silent. No, I think you mentioned about Silent Hill, but I did not know you were such a big fan of it. But yeah, so I will say thank you guys all for joining us. I think that's going to be it for the evening. But I do appreciate you all joining. Please join us on. Come join us on Sunday. Where we will be. Wow, words are hard. Debuting the new Grey Knights Codex. It'll be a thematic game. What that theme is, I don't know yet, but we're making it up as we go. But I appreciate you all for joining us. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening, and I hope to talk to you all soon. So, bye, everybody.